Welcome back, guys. This is Soccer 876 and we're here with another one today. Manchester United will face Brighton at Old Trafford in their first Premier League game of the 2022-23 season. Erik ten Hag actually will begin his reign at Man U as manager without the services of Anthony Martial, right? Who actually suffered a hamstring injury in the 1-0 defeat to Atletico. Martial looked like he was going to be the one starting on Sunday's Premier League opener against Brighton as the only recognized striker that Man U had that was match fit, actually. Not the only recognized, but the only recognized striker that was match fit. Why? Because Cristiano Ronaldo, who, as we all know, he has asked to leave, he has only played 45 minutes of football after missing out like most of the preseason tour due to family issues. So he's actually behind the squad on match fitness. So it may be that Ten Hag will try to rush Ronaldo back in because of the Anthony Martial injury crisis, or what he probably could do or would do is put Marcus Rashford in as the striker up front and bring in Anthony Elanga to play on the wing. Or for most of us, are what I would want to see him putting in Alejandro Garnacho to replace Martial on the wing. The good news for United is that Jadon Sancho is actually back, who he actually missed last weekend's friendly games through sickness. He will definitely take up the position on the right wing. We all know that. That's definite. Luke Shaw also recovered from sickness, but he is not fully recovered, so I don't think he'll walk straight back into the team. So it's actually a good news for Tyrell Malaysia, who will be definitely going after that spot to making it his own this season. Most people expect that in the midfield, Bruno Fernandes will play the number 8 position with the trusty pair of Scott McTominay and Fred in the double six. We think that is possible, especially in the false 9 system that is employed by Ten Hag. He might want a more creative deep line midfielder to play along with Christian Eriksen. As we know, Christian Eriksen has signed on a free, but I think he's poised to make his debut on the first match of the season. Starting, well, I'm not so sure about him starting, but in the case where he would start, I think Scott McTominay will miss out on the starting position because Fred is a little bit more creative. Fred can go back and forth a little bit more. He has a little bit more energy going forward, as well as a little bit of capabilities in the defense. But elsewhere though, Diego Dalot appears to be unchallenged as United starting right back. And of course he will continue the start in the opening game of the season. That's a no-brainer. We also think Ten Hag will start with the established partnership of Maguire and Lindelof in the back. But with the new signing Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane, we think that pair could actually be the pair that dominates. But we all know he won't leave out Harry Maguire for whatever the reason is. So I would think going forward more into the season, Lisandro Martinez will actually be taking up the starting position. But let's see how the first game of the season goes first, and we know it definitely will be going in to that starting side sometime in the season. With all that in mind, here is my predicted 11 for the game on Sunday. In goal, as you know, no-brainer, David De Gea. There is no other choice. Number one choice. As the first place goalkeeper, he's the easiest pick. The Spaniard who was the player of the season last year and has kept his place in the preseason. He actually shone in preseason and showed glimpses of him playing as a last man, where he, before under Ole Gunnar and the other coaches over the past couple of seasons, he definitely looked like he was just a shot blocker on the goal, which we all know it's not so. He has good feet and he now needs to come in, start using his feet, start building the play from the back, because he will be very essential to the build-up play that Ten Hag likes. he definitely will be essential. So he has shown glimpses of it in pre-season, which is great, and we all know he has it, so it's a definitely no-brainer for him in starting. Centre back, I think he will go with Maguire in centre back as the club captain, because I don't know, England, I don't even know. I just think because of the fact that he's English, he will get more chances than people who are not. That's just my thoughts on it. But he actually endured a very, very difficult season in 2021-22. But it actually looks like the new boss, Mr. Ten Hag, is working with him, bringing out the better side of him, because he actually can play ball. He's a good ball playing defender, so I think he would fit in to Ten Hag's system. The only problem is his pace, where Ten Hag likes to play a high line, and the pace that Maguire has is going to cost him a lot to get back, based on the high lines that Ten Hag will want to play. But then, as I said, that's where Lisandro Martinez will come in. But for the start of the season, I think he will start with Victor Lindelof in the partnership position for Maguire. So the partnership in the back will be Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire. Diego Dalot on the right, Tyrell Malacia on the left. Tyrell Malacia, okay, he was expected to be second fiddle to Luke Shaw, who played more often than him in preseason, right? However, I think he definitely will be the one going for that number one spot this season, and it's only a matter of time, because his style of play works very much well with the Ten Hag system, and he already knows Ten Hag, he already knows the style of play. Ten Hag bought this guy for a reason. So I'm thinking he will go into that midfield position, make it its own for the rest of the season. But until then, let's see, because Luke Shaw is still a talent out there. He still has what it takes. So maybe this will push Luke Shaw to do even better, which will be good for the team, good for the fans, because we like to see the competition. We like to see Manchester United playing at their best. So that signing actually is a good competition for Luke Shaw, and Luke Shaw always, as it's shown before, always rises to competition. Trust me, he does. In the midfield now, that midfield pair, Scott McTominay and Fred. Scott McTominay is the only one of two experienced players we have in the position. Fred is the other. So we think that's the reason Ten Hag will go with Scott McTominay and Fred in that double pivot. That's the reason why I think that. That's the only reason, based on experience and time that they have at the club. No other reason. But in the upcoming matches, I think Christian Eriksen will definitely be starting a lot of those matches. So that's one to watch also. That's a very, very difficult midfield to predict. But I think he will go with Scott McTominay and Fred in that double pivot. Bruno Fernandes. And there's no question, he's a nailed-on starter for us. He's incredible, his tenacity. He has a lot of guile, he has a lot of guts, he has a lot of spirit. Some people does not like the arrogance of him, but that is what makes a great player. And he has the arrogance of a great player. He always wants the ball. He always wants to try something with the ball. That is why he always will be playing in the position to make things happen for Manchester United. And no doubt, it's an important part of our squad, and I think he will do well this season. He will be owning that position alongside Christian. Christian will get a lot of runs in it, but I think that position will be Bruno Fernandes for the season. On the right wing, I think Jadon will be right out there. Good to have him back for the season, I think, right out there. His form from the end of last season through to pre-season, he's definitely the one for this year. He had a very, very poor start to United career, but he will definitely be the one to watch. Alongside these new young talent, Garnacho, I think Jadon will have his shine this season. Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford had a very difficult season last year. A very, very, very difficult season. Only scoring like 5 goals in like 31 games. Yeah, something like that. So he lost his place last year actually. He lost his place last year to the youngster, to Anthony Elanga. He lost a little bit of his confidence also, but going back to the preseason, I'm seeing a lot of the glimpses of the form that he had before last season's bad run. He's showing the confidence that we know Marcus Rashford started out with as an 18-year-old, coming off the bench and doing all of these fancy stuff that he did for Manchester United a couple of years ago. We are kind of seeing the glimpses of it again. He's gaining his confidence back. So I think put him out there, get him some game time. So he will definitely be out there. I'm not sure if he will be on the left due to the fact that Ronaldo is there and Anthony Martial is a little bit out right now, but he will definitely be one of the starters. So I'm putting him on the left. Up top right now, Cristiano is the only one here. Anthony is out. I think Anthony would have started had he been match fit because of his preseason form, that he was flying. Nobody can take that from him. He was flying. His preseason form off the charts. We now just hope that when he gets back from injury, he will keep up that form that he had from preseason. Build onto it whenever there's game time, because you know Ronaldo will always be demanding game time, but we all know Ronaldo can't play all 90 minutes and he can't play every match. Ronaldo actually needs the rest to play in the big matches. I think that's what Ten Hag should do with him. Bring him on as an impact player. Start Martial, bring him on as an impact player until we get a striker that can substitute. But for now, I think Cristiano will definitely be starting. Goals, I think he has goals. He still has goals. We ain't gotta we don't have to discuss that. He has goals. But now, is he match fit for Sunday? That's the next problem. That's the next question. Amad Diallo is like the talent, is the generational talent. He's there. He will be included, I think, but whether or not he will get game time, it's yet to see. I think though, the fact that Martial is out, Amad will be on the bench behind Cristiano to help him off the bench. That's what I think. So there you go. That's my starting 11 for this Sunday's opener. Man United against Brighton. 4-2-3-1 formation. I think Manchester United will come out on top with 3-1. There is my prediction for this opener of the season. I hope it goes according to plan. So we see you in the next one. Alright, I'm out. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more videos.